Welcome back again. Welcome back to another lesson, another blessing with yours truly, your domestic issues counselor. Hello, you guys. Uh, excuse me. I'm going to put my little glasses on. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're going to be dealing with a class called Domestic Addictive Driven Highs and the Domestic Addictive Driven Lows. I would like to first ask you to subscribe to my channel, continue to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I need all the scores, all the points, all the uplifting that I can get to support what I'm doing here, right? And I'll explain to you as I go and as it performs and blows up, how you can also do some things and put some change in your pocket, right? About, especially with a desire that you have to go forward, all right? So this is called domestic addictive driven highs and domestic driven lows. It says, addiction doesn't stop at the front door of alcohol and drug substances. There are many other mind-altering substances, mind-altering addictive drug and substances that have a domestic-driven high ability to take one's spirit, esteem, and self-worth on a high above highs and a low beneath lows. All right? Ask yourself questions. It says, are you known or have you ever been known to feel high or low when looking or seeking something outside of yourself, outside of the relationship you're in? Have you ever known to be seeking something like outside of the relationship, outside of yourself? I mean, seeking something outside of you, right, that can take you on a high above high and a low above lows. Have you ever just been there, right? And many of us have, right? But I want you to think about it and examine that, right? It says, do you feel high or low in most of the intimate relationships you've been in when you're giving or receiving verbal or physical abuse to or with your partner? Do you feel high or low in most of the intimate relationships you've been in when you're giving or receiving verbal or physical abuse to or with your partner? I mean, like, do you like feel high, man, when you call your partner out their name? Does it make you just feel real high, or do you feel real low when you're receiving that, or even when you're giving that, right? I mean, you know, there's something a lot of times that you're going to be receiving. Sometimes you might love what you're receiving. You might love when that B word comes off your tongue, when that nothing comes out your mouth, or even when someone's just beating you down. Some of us seem to enjoy those kind of relationships, right? And I hope there are not too many of us that enjoy that, but to each his own. All right, number 3. In some or most of the relationships you found yourself in, does the highs and the lows you're known to feel for your partner change when their financial support they once had isn't the same as it once was in the early stages of relationships? In some or most of the relationships you found yourself in, does the highs and the lows you're known to feel for your partner change when their financial support they once had isn't the same as it once was in the early stages of relationships? Does it change? Because, like, I mean, hey man, you know, it's nice to be able to brag on, oh, I just met somebody, and oh, you know, guess what kind of job they got? Oh, I just met somebody and they just taking me. When they go buy them a pair of shoes, they buy me 1 or 2 pair of shoes. You know, that feels great. You know, it feels great, man, to have a supportive partner, you know. But how does it feel when the partner is not able to be supportive as they once was? Does that change? Does the high change? Does the highs become low? And does the lows become high when the financial status change? Right? Number 4. Do you feel that you or your do you feel that you or the person you're in a relationship with feels there is a change in the highs or lows when it comes to your behavior and the way you treat each other when you're out in the public? Do you feel that the highs and lows change when y'all leave the house? Does it change? Do people start? Do each of you start acting different, right, or brand new? Do you feel that, right? Because some of us do. Some of us get out in public and show our behinds, right? Show our other side, show our backside instead of showing the usual front side, right? So does it change when you get outside the house? Okay, number 5. Have you ever been in a good, strong, healthy relationship and saw or met someone outside of your relationship that made you feel really high, and that high caused you to treat the person you're in a relationship with low? Have you ever been in a good, strong, healthy relationship and saw or met someone outside of your relationship that made you feel really high, and that high caused you to treat the person you're in a relationship really low? Have you been there? I mean, because, got to be careful. They say if you don't get in position, you don't have to worry about getting whatever, if you don't get in position. You don't have to worry about getting messed over, that F word over or whatever. If you don't get in position. So be careful about the positions you get in. Number 6. Did you feel high or low when you caught your 52 weeks of domestic violence classes? That's a question that I've always wanted to get a good answer for. Did you feel high when you caught? Did you feel high or low when you caught your 52 weeks of domestic violence classes? Right? Some of us probably was high before the officer came to the house, before they put the handcuffs on and you realized that you wasn't going to be able to get out that car, that situation, right? Number 7, when you think about some of the relationships you chose to damage and the decision and direction you chose to make and take, has your highs been worth your lows when it came to dealing with the consequences you made? Has the highs been worth your lows, right? Many of us have hopefully got to a point to where the highs have not been worth it, because the lows have been so low. The losses have been so much and so big that they don't weigh out. It just doesn't weigh out. I mean, your car got towed. They said you used the car to attack your partner. They held your car for over 30 days, and the amount of money each day was so much that by the time it was due to be able to be released, if you had the money, it was just too high. It was just too high, and it's not worth it. Number 8. Have you ever been in a good, healthy, loving, high, strong, built relationship and traded that relationship for a toxic, crazy, low-level, insane relationship? Have you ever been in a good, healthy, loving, high, strongly built relationship and traded that relationship for a toxic, crazy, low-level, insane relationship? Many of us begin to feel like we're bored. We begin to feel like there's no excitement going on. So we got to go get some toxic kind of stuff, a toxic partner, a crazy partner, a mentally ill partner, and hook up with that for some kind of level of excitement. We believe, it's more romantic in the bedroom when we get with crazy. It's more fun because all kind of animal noises is going on, screaming and hollering and all kind of requests like beat me and choke me while it's going down, and we get caught up in kind of foolish stuff, right? And then we get so far in. I often ask individuals, and I've asked past relationships, how far are you willing to go into the forest? Because if you go too far in the forest, you will find that you don't know how to get out of the forest. you're so far in. You haven't left any breadcrumbs, to get your way out. You haven't left. You don't have a map. You have no idea what you just entered into. So be careful. All right. Number 9. We're gonna close this out. Have you ever been with a loving, financial, supportive, high-level relationship partner who gave you money and you gave that money to a low-level prospect who you believe would love and support you back for the malicious misgiving you once gave them? Have you ever been in a loving, financial, supportive, high-level relationship with a high-level relationship partner who gave you money and you gave that money to a low-level prospect who you believe would love and support you back for the malicious giving you once gave them? A lot of times we're just not appreciating what we got. A lot of times we're fronting even and pretending like the money we have in our possession is money we've earned on our own. And we don't often, many of us have, that I've seen, I'm not saying me, but many of us have been with individuals that will always make sure before we leave the house that we got some change in our pocket. And they give us the change so we can take care of ourselves, so we can get a meal through the day, so we can buy ourselves lunch, just in case we got that job, or even if we don't got that job, just to make sure we are full and secure, right? So, and we got some gas money in the car that we drive. And many times the car might not even be yours, it might not even be ours, but yet we go around and portray and role play for others that we got it going on. And so many times that money we have, we like, here, I got plenty of more where that came from, Well, you do for a time and until you find yourself exposed, because secrets die in a light of exposure. So be careful with your misgiving and malicious giving, right? And malicious taking from those that care about you. So I just thought I would hit you again with a latest update of the video. Thank you for attending my group. Don't forget to subscribe to Domestic Issues with the Counselor. Domestic Issues with the Counselor, Mr. James Horton. Or you can tap into Domestic Violence with the Counselor, Mr. James Horton. Same station, right? New tag on it. All right, thank you.